We are coming to you live from the Wells Fargo Arena for the 2016 Democratic National Convention.
The second session of the 47th Quadrennial National Convention of the Democratic Party will now come to order.
The opening gavel falls for day 2 of the Democratic National Convention here in Philadelphia, and it is another day of drama as delegates begin the roll call of the states to officially nominate the Democratic presidential nominee. Today, the Vermont senator addressed the California delegates during a surprise appearance, and many Sanders supporters are not ready to give up on his progressive political movement. He told his supporters, though, it is time to unite.
Election.
You'll also remember last night, Sanders called for party unity during his convention speech.
Seeing great courage won my life.
Giffords resigned from the House in 2012, 1 year after being shot in the head while speaking with constituents in Arizona. Today's gun violence prevention rally also included appearances by the DNC host committee, Chairman Ed Rendell, members of Mothers in Charge, Ceasefire PA, and Americans for Responsible Solutions. Slow going, to say the least. A ban on vehicles of 5 tons or more led to all of that. They're not allowed on 95 from exit 13, which is near the airport, to exit 22. That's by the interchange with the Vine Street Expressway.
The Trump campaign is so hard up for money. I just bought that fog machine on eBay for $30.
You know, Hillary says we can't hide from these hard truths about race and justice in America.
I'm Lena Dunham, and according to Donald Trump, my body is probably like a 2.
Donald's not making America great again. He's making America hate again.
Actress Deborah Messing was also here tonight. She introduced a segment about the September 11th attacks on America. Remnants of confetti rained down on crews hard at work inside the Wells Fargo Center today. The convention stage is now a shell of its former self. While it took years of planning and months of building, workers will have the venue back to normal over the next few days. At a post-convention news conference, Mayor Jim Kenney told reporters the city was shining in the national spotlight.
I want to thank Philadelphians for...
Police say only 11 protesters were arrested during the convention for breaching the security fence. 106 people were cited out of the more than 13,000 estimated demonstrators.
The duo, along with their spouses, made their first campaign stop earlier this afternoon in Philadelphia, just 1 day after Clinton accepted her party's nominee for president. That stop was on Temple's campus. Some 3,000 people gathered there, mostly supporters, to listen to the former Secretary of State lay out her plans for job growth. She says if elected, she will make the largest investment in jobs since World War II, and Clinton says she'll do that within the first 100 days. Of course, she still has to win, and that's why she also brought up her Republican opponent, Donald Trump. Take a listen.
There is no doubt.
Now, after the event, I was able to speak exclusively with Hillary Clinton, and I asked her about Philadelphia, the birthplace of our country and now known as the city where the first female candidate of a major political party was nominated for president of the United States.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 5:30, feeling the burn and willing to take the heat. Some Bernie Sanders supporters today crossed the Ben Franklin Bridge in sweltering conditions to prove they mean business. Our Cleve Bryant will have more on that ahead at 5:30.
And we are definitely showing our true colors, how the region is coming together to protect police and firefighters dealing with the extreme heat during the DNC. Also, traffic was a mess on I-95 this morning because of lane restrictions, all because of the DNC. We have some alternate routes for you that's coming up next.
At Broad and Walnut, there was music along with some cooling water from the hydrant spray.
Water juice!
It's all about staying hydrated.
It feels like it's 100, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Is the umbrella helping?
Yes. Very much.
For quick and easy deployment, some paramedics are on bikes, along with plenty of police. To keep them cool, a fire truck water mist is in a Wells Fargo parking lot. Just think how hot they must be pedaling and wearing protective vests.
Instead of having to dispatch ambulances, EMS crews have been strategically placed throughout the city.
At this cooling station on Broad Street in South Philly, police officers are handing out water.
Try to keep them hydrated and happy.
Any issues so far?
No, everything's been going through. Everyone's extremely polite and nice, and that's always great when people can voice their opinions about everything in a nonviolent, positive manner.
Officials are most concerned about protesters getting dehydrated, being outside for prolonged periods of time. That's why there's a misting tent in FDR Park for them.
I just want to make sure that they're well hydrated, that we get them shade, and we do things to prevent them from needing to be transported to a hospital.
It can happen over the course of a couple of hours.
Doctors say dehydration can quickly overtake people who are outside.
Typically, you'll start to get cramps, nausea, lightheaded, dizzy. Then you can even pass out, and worst case, you can even seize and die.
Doctors say this heat with humidity in all of the concrete around Center City can be especially dangerous. That's why it's important to drink plenty of water. I'm Stephanie Stahl, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
It's the moment that Friday had so many talking. Video shows as Philadelphia police sing and play guitar with a Bernie Sanders protester around 20th and Patterson in FDR Park. The video posted to the Philadelphia Police Department's Facebook page had been shared more than 1,000 times Friday afternoon. From Facebook to Twitter and Instagram, users posted their messages of appreciation for police and their performance during the national event. While speaking with Eyewitness News Thursday, Congressman Bob Brady also commended the department.
I've never been so proud of the city in all my life. It's been great. I'm proud of our police commissioner, Richard Ross, what a great job our police did.
And the four-day event was not without incident. There were dozens of citations and some arrests as well. And the reaction to Philadelphia police wasn't completely positive. One Black Lives Matter Philly organizer said in a statement, the police presence wasn't for protection of protesters, but for containment of protest. They made it difficult for bystanders who were inspired by the march to join into it. Police say that tens of thousands met in Philadelphia to protest, hoping that maybe while all eyes were on Philadelphia, their messages received some attention as well. Their groups a part of that spotlight, whether that be through marches down Broad Street or perhaps through the softer moments. Johnny be good. Rahel Solomon, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.